Page 109, Beautiful Brown Eyes. In the previous page, introducing you to a new note in the left hand. The E is the second ledger line above the staff. So it's here. Remember the ledger lines is every other note? So C's one ledger line, E's two. I could go on up 3 ledger lines, 4 ledger lines, 5 ledger lines, whatever. But the E is one of those notes you need to learn to recognize instantly. So you don't have to figure it out. And just know it's an E. It gives us the C chord in this position. Remember, a C chord is here. If I take the G and put it here, that's what this is. This gives us our third chord, our primary chord for the key of G major. And again, do it in both hands here. Because we already had the D7 chord. Well, now we get the C chord. That's the third chord we need to know. So these chords, the G, C, D7, G. And we got the chords in, or the 3 main chords in G major, the primary chords. That's what that's about. We get to use that in Brown Eyes here. Talking about Brown Eyes, 3/4 time. Let's take the right hand first. You got quarter notes in G position. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And that C's tied. You're going to hold that down for 5 counts. Isn't that fun? And that's pretty much it for the right hand. I mean, the last line has some jumbled up. You do a D and then an A in the last line. That's it. And that's tied. You got a lot of tied notes there. In the left hand, you got the chords. G chord. And that's tied for 2 measures. Hold that down. And then we have the C chord, and it's a broken chord because it's not a block. Remember, block is together. Broken is anything else. This is broken. This is a very common pattern for broken chords in 3/4 time. If you're into improvising, this is one pattern you can use. Second line, last 2 measures, D7 chord. That's pretty much it. Put the hands together. What do we get? So you don't have to go that fast. I give you an idea of what it is. Then go back and put in the slurs. The right hand gets the slurs. The left hand, just keep it as legato as you can all the way through. So here you're going to connect these as best you can. And then to the end of the line, you lift up. Just the right hand. Keep the left hand legato. So the left hand is legato as you can. The right hand lift up between the slurs. And each line is slurred in the right hand. Then you can add the dynamics for the melody. Now they're finally only giving you 1, which is what you need. And that applies to the melody. You keep everything else softer than that. That's the dynamics. They don't give you any other dynamics but medium loud. Get to know the piece and get to feeling the piece, and you can alter that a little bit. And get a little louder and softer as you feel it. Then it's moderately fast, whatever that is. Something like that. Eventually you can build it up. And then once you have that sort of working for you, you can put in the pedal. Now, you can do the pedal before you do the speed. I just did the speed. You can do the pedal while it's slow and then gradually speed it up because you need to practice the pedal too. And on here, they're only pedaling the last 2 measures pretty much of each line. Now, like we did in the last piece, I'm going to push the pedal down right after I play the notes in the 3rd measure here. I'm going to hold the pedal down to the end of the line, and when I lift the right hand up for the phrase, I'm going to lift the pedal up with it. So it's here. And I'm not pedaling the first 2 measures, of course, and then each line works exactly the same way. I might mention here also, because I forgot to mention on the previous video, when I show pedal, I usually exaggerate the movement because it makes it easier for you to see. The pedal movement is actually, you leave your foot on the pedal itself, and it's actually a small movement. I tend to overdo it because of the camera. I want you to make sure you see it. So let's try this out. I'll give us 3 counts. Now, again, we're not performing it. We're just checking notes and rhythms here. No dynamics for, I'm not going to do the dynamics. Just notes and rhythms and the pedal. 1, ready, go.